All right. Yahawashi Yahawashi. Welcome to the LionsDen. We are back. We've been gone for a while, but guess what, man? When we come back, we always got some hard-hitting, heavy information. And today we got a couple of guys in here that's been going back and forth on the back chat for about a week. And they, you know, what we do at the den, we get in front of the camera, we straighten it out. You know what I'm saying? We got my eye Ruben. My Ruben, the Jedi, in the building. We got the new member of the LionsDen, Prince Joseph Giovanni Ruiz, in the building. You know, representing the Latino flavor. You know what I'm saying? we got the Intercontinental, one of the first Intercontinental champions in the building. You got Prince Yahawashi, and then we got a new cat in the building. You know what I'm saying? And the People's Champion on the road for a while, so. You know, I come back with a 1-1 record. You know, I feel I'm 2-0, but you know, the judge he ain't know what he was judging. You know what I'm saying? On my second debate, you know, can't win them all. That's how you do. You just gotta do better. You just gotta do better next time. You know what I'm saying? But the judge say I lost in my second debate, but the people say the People's Champ kicked ass. That's all I'm really. You know what? Hey, look, Giovanni. Tacos. You see, black folks eat tacos too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got some powerful information that we got to decipher today in the den. Giovanni said the Igbos ain't got nothing to do with being a Hebrew Israelite. I said, God damn. I said, we're gonna have to figure this one out. And Ruben, let me get Ruben back in because he fell off. Ruben, he's saying, hey, man, you better watch your mouth. Because the Igbos is the Israelites.
Yep, and they only claim that Israel is through us genetically.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves. And then we're going to get just a preliminary, everybody. And then we're going to get into it. First, I'm going to start off with Prince Yahawashi. Prince Kofi. Go ahead, Ike.
Blessings, all praise to the Most High Power, Yahweh Elion. Prince Yahawashi, England, London now. Yeah, we're going to have to straighten out some issues because there's a lot of people making a lot of claims. And then when questioned, they're not substantiating it. So let's clear the air now. There's, like I said, there's too much evidence, culturally, historically, literally, all these sources that can't be ignored, including the linguistics. So go ahead.
Hey, Kevin Bailey. All right, Kevin Bailey. I see you in the audience. Yeah, it's been a while, but we back. You know. All right. And then we're going to get to a new cat. He's going to introduce himself. I think he got a debate coming up soon as well. Go ahead, fella.
Yeah, what's up? This is new cat, Larry and Darrell Brown, Harube, and Monte the First. Yeah, that's a lot, but I'm pretty diverse. You know what I'm saying? I'm here repping Tribe of Tamerica's Naga World shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into this debate. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see, you know what I'm saying, where the truth is. And let's get it in.
All right. And now we got the two contestants is coming up. We got Giovanni, Prince Joseph in the building. His first time in the den. Go ahead, family. Tell everybody the business.
Yeah, this is Prince Joseph. I'm an Israelite of the tribe of Ephraim.
All right, short and sweet. All right. And my Aunt Ruben from one of my day ones in the LionsDen. Him and Kofi been day ones. You see what I'm saying? These old school LionsDen brothers, man. They ain't playing games. Go ahead, Aki.
I'm Ruben Jediah Yahawashi. I'm a Hebrew Israelite by culture and genetically Igbo, culturally Igbo, and I deal with the Igbo language and represent Naga World Order.
Talking about Naga World Order in the building.
Naga World Order in the building.
All right, we got a couple more guests jumping on. Hold on, let's see who we got here. Who just joined us? You know I can't even say that name. I'm gonna let Henry introduce himself first, and that other brother. Hey, you gonna have to say that yourself. Go ahead, Henry.
It's also for what I say, Neo Connector the First. Peace, and blessings. This Henry Williams. I'm coming from Naga World Order, coming to observe and see and gain some knowledge and see where people putting different things in perspective. Hello, LionsDen, and everybody who viewing, and I hope everybody get some knowledge out of this.
Right. All right. And last but not least, Fasasi na Akonoku. Go ahead, family. I'm sorry I missed the name of it. Asafatasi ni Akafi.
Yo, yeah, it's Asa for watching Neo Kai Koi the first.
Man, that was close.
Yeah, I'm just listening in what y'all building on.
All right. That's what's up. All right. So let's get back to it, man. You know what I'm saying? These brothers, like I said, I've been waiting for this for a while myself, you know. So basically, these brothers, Brother Giovanni is saying, basically he's saying none of us is Hebrew Israelites. It's all Spanish. I mean, so hey, he talking about everybody from America all the way to Africa. God dang it, man. He ain't playing around. He ain't playing no games. Let me meet you, Mike. Hold up. You've got background. You know what I'm saying? So what I like to do is let him go first and lay it out on the line. You see what I'm saying? Because this is shocking to me. Hey, you enlightening me because I always thought I was a Hebrew Israelite. So hey, you're gonna have to rearrange my whole thought process with this information, Jack. So what we gonna do? They gonna give you the flow first. Go ahead, family. You got the flow.
Yeah,
Why you gonna have to share the video? Go ahead.
All right, so the topic of discussion was if you guys put it as if some of the Igbo people are Israelites. Now we know that when it comes to the Igbo land, we know that the surrounding tribes which make up the Igbo people, we have the tribes of Bini, we have Wari, we have Ijal, we have Ogani, we have Egala, we have Tev, we have Yoko, we have Libobio. Now my point of contention to him is which one of those tribal members are claiming to being Israelites, and if he has any sources to prove that prior to the late 19th century of any of them claiming to be descendants of Israelites, even when they was dwelling in Sumer, right? Another point before the brother speaks is that he keep giving references to Cush, right? I believe that he even stated in the backtrack, he stated something like Abraham was Cush, right, or a descendant of Cush, which is mind-boggling because Abraham is not a descendant of Cush whatsoever. But since we're talking about the Igbo people, right, the biblical Cush, right, was named after the Kewu, right, or what the brother knows as Ishi, right, or Kawush, which literally means in Igbo, descendant of Ishi, right? So they're explaining that their descendancies is from Cush, right? So now I got a couple of things that I want to bring out, right? A couple history, but I want the brother to show me anything prior than the 19th century, right? Of them not learning anything from the Ashkenazi Jews, right? Learning none of their practices, learning none of their customs, learning nothing from another nation. Because you see, my people over here in America, right? Nobody taught us the culture, right? We was just doing it for centuries here. Nobody, no other nation has says this is how you do it, so forth and so forth, right? we was calling upon Yahweh. Now I want to see the Igbo people calling upon his holy name, keeping the customs, but also in their records showing that they are the people of the scriptures, that they're the actual biblical descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's all that the brother has to prove.
All right, he laid it on the line. Now we're gonna let Reuben, the Jedi Master, get the flow for a minute. Go ahead, family.
All right.
Let me
First
move
of
this.
all, I never made the statement that Abraham was a descendant of Cush, even though I can't prove that because everybody is a descendant of Cush. In Genesis 2:13, it says one of the river Gihon flowed out of the garden, right? And it encompassed the whole land of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is Cush. And this is also where we find genetic evidence of the first humans. We find archaeological evidence of the first humans. So it's hard for you to be in this line that's a straight line coming from the Most High through Adam, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob down to the Israelites. It's a direct line of descendancy. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to have this direct line of descendancy without coming through Cush. That's one. And number two, you are who your fathers are according to the biblical narrative. And Bariqua, who you are, bro, most of your fathers, well, all of your fathers were killed. You have no Y DNA that is indigenous to Puerto Rico because the conquistadors killed all of your patriarchs. That being said, your Y DNA goes back to European people who were the conquistadors and the Africans who came over, whether it be during the transatlantic slave trade or on their own. So my contention was with you was me posting information from the Igbo oral tradition saying that they came from the Nile Valley, saying that the Igbo and Hebrew patriarch Eri came to Igbo land from the Nile Valley. You said that it proves nothing. I said this proves you are not Gad. So I can show you in the Igbo culture, they've been practicing the same culture since the beginning. And I can show you that it is a lot of Hebraic customs. I can show you in the Igbo language that a lot of this Hebrew that you think is Hebrew is coming straight out of these African Bantu dialects, not only Igbo. You know what I'm saying? And you like to call us Canaanite dogs, but the only genetics that can trace you back to a people who come from out of the Nile Valley comes through us. mtDNA L3 gave birth to the whole entire Native American genome. And you find haplogroup L3 not only in Igbo land, but also in other places in Africa. So you have no claim unless you come through us. And according to the biblical narrative, you have no claim because all of your patriarchs were killed. That being said, the Native Americans do not practice circumcision. Circumcision among infant babies is infrequent among Native Americans. And in South Central America, you are among the lowest percentages on earth of circumcised people. Your percentages is from 0 to 20%. And the Bible states that if you are not circumcised, my brother, you broke the covenant. The uncircumcised shall not be in the congregation of the Most High. This is right in the scripture. Now, in the debate, I will bring out our language, I will bring out our culture and customs, and I will bring out our oral tradition. It's your job, brother, to refute it. And I am also going to attack your claim of Siberian Native Americans being descendants of the Hebrew Israelites, because no part of the scripture states that the 10 northern tribes walked across the land bridge like your genetic state. You know what I'm saying? And You didn't sail a boat across the Arctic because it was frozen. So I'm just gonna sit here and bring out the information in the debate about my culture, my language, my people. And you're gonna have to show me in your culture, language, and people how it is Hebraic. I've been asking you for a week to show me a Canaanite dialect being spoken in the Americas by Native American tribes since antiquity. You have yet to do so. You even tried to like relinquish yourself or even having to defend your position by making this solely about the Igbo and not about the point of contention, which was who is Gad? Are the Native Americans Gad or the Igbo Gad? You try to.
I think, hey, Ruben, I think that should be the topic right there, man.
Real
I don't
talk.
think it should be no one-way street.
Right.
I mean,
I agree.
Giovanni, you need to come on and bring something to the table, Aki. I mean, come on, man. Why do Ruben guys got to prove something?
I mean, at the end of the day, the brother went and he basically went on his own statements, but I specifically asked him a question about the Igbo people. And he went like he always does, go based off of our history and just rambling on about geneticists and all this DNA stuff. What I'm trying to say is, if you can answer the question that I laid prior to you just yapping, because you specifically just ignored everything that I just said, right? The whole topic of conception, according to the title, is if Igbo people are if some of the Igbo people Israelites. That's the main topic, right? If you want to get into another another debate, we can. That's fine, right? Because I can show you that we was speaking the Hebrew language here. I can show you the dialects. I can show you that we was calling upon Yahweh or Yahweh or however you want to pronounce it, right? I can show you the culture, right? I can show you all of that stuff. That's not a problem. The issue right now that we're talking about is the Igbo people, right? Which is not a name that they go by themselves, right? That's why I want to go to the historical points on the Igbo, where that come from, their earliest sources, right? To show you who they claim to be. So that's why, if you can show me earlier sources prior to the 19th century, right, that proves that they're not converts, but they're actually the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then you have a point, right? But what I'm saying is, and just to clarify what you were saying about, everybody coming from Cush, where the Garden of Eden, I wouldn't agree with you on the geographical location, right? I believe that the Garden of Eden is in the four rivers that was written of in the scriptures, which is not in Africa, right? So you may have a different view on that, but if you could show me the four rivers in Africa, then guess what? You have a point. But guess what? The main point that we're talking about is the Igbo people. I don't need you to go over here and talk about the Native Americans. I don't need you to go over here and talk about this. I need you to specifically tell me of the Igbo people and their descendancies, right? To show you and to show the audience, who do they claim to be descendants of?
Cool beans. We are descendants of the patriarch Eri. According to the biblical narrative, who is Eri? Now that's a question for you.
Cush?
Eri is not Cush. Eri is the eldest son of Gad. And also another name you mentioned, Agulu, you can also find in the scripture as a son of Eri. And you find both of these names appendaged to each other to give you the township of Agulari. It is Agulu Noa Eri. Agulu, the son of Eri. Now, again, according to the Bible narrative, who is Eri?
There you go. Hey, brother
Yeah.
Giovanni, can I ask you something, man?
Go
I mean,
ahead.
this brother is willing to defend, you know, his beliefs on who
Right.
Gad is. Is why you won't defend who Gad is. What's the big secret? Why do we have to wait for another debate? I think the debate should be Gad versus Gad. Who is the real Gad? The Igbo or the Native Americans at this 12 tribes chart that y'all rely on? Why do you feel that? Why do you not want to defend that?
I mean,
Go
I
ahead,
can.
man.
I mean, I can defend that without a problem. I do believe that the tribe of Gad is the so-called Native Americans. Now I do believe with Gad, with the Gad, I do believe that the other tribes went with them. So this brother's gonna have to show me in Africa where the 10 tribes are in Africa and they're doing the same thing that the scripture says that they was gonna do, is keeping the statues that they never kept in their own land, right? Because you guys are gonna have to just say, well, you know what? Forget about all of our history of the so-called indigenous people of America. You guys are gonna say, well, you know what? All of this stuff written about them, about their culture, about this, right? All of the comparisons between comparing us to the Hebrew people, you guys are gonna have to throw that all away. That's fine. But guess what? You're gonna have to show me the same thing, the same records of showing the 10 tribes of Israel in Africa, and Gad being the so-called Igbo people, fitting all of the prophecies that's written of, right? So the earliest, right, archaeology findings that we have of the so-called Igbo people, because they don't even call themselves that. So I don't know why this brother's taking pride in calling himself something that they don't even call themselves. But anyway, the earliest archaeology findings that we have of their descendancies coming from Summer, right? The region of Summer. So now my question to the brother is that what was the religion that they was practicing when they was dwelling there? What was their culture?
You asked him the question, but avoided the question. If you answer my question, I'll address yours.
What was your question?
According to the biblical narrative, who is Eri? E-R-I. 3 letters that make one name.
Anybody can say something about, well, you know what, I'm a descendant of this person. We're bringing out the history of the so-called Igbo people, right?
Eri is part of the history.
and then we can
Eri
and then we
is part of
can
the history.
and
Answer the
then
question.
and then we can bring up from the biblical narratives, right?
Okay, throw the Bible away. I asked you a question about the biblical narrative because this debate that we're setting up is pertaining to Hebrew Israelite, right? Hebrew Israelite descendancy, right? Right?
Right.
Gad had children, correct?
Right.
Isn't one of his sons named Eri?
That doesn't prove the point of the Igbo people, because they
That was
claim descendancies from something else, which I have it right here.
So you're telling
But
me
anyway,
in the
anyway,
Gulari, they constructed a tomb / temple to nothing? That's what you're telling me?
what I'm trying to get you to share with us is, since you know so much history of them, well, when they was dwelling in Sumer, can you give me just their lifestyle? I just give us a little bit about their lifestyle, about their religion, about their clothing, so forth and so forth. Whatever you want to give us to the table, because that's the earliest archaeology that we actually have.
Actually, the earliest, the archaeology that we have in Igbo land connects us true to Sumer and elsewhere. That's true.
Okay.
I can
Okay,
even
so
make the
give me.
case,
Okay, so give me. Okay, so
but
okay, so
that does
we.
that.
Okay, so
Let me
we
finish.
agree
Let me
there.
finish. Let me
Okay,
finish.
so okay,
Let
so
me
we.
finish.
Okay, so
Let
we
me finish,
agreed there.
please.
So
Can I
now,
please finish?
in Sumer, was they calling upon the ancient God of Israel? Yay or nay?
The ancient God of Israel didn't have a name given until Moses asked for one. He was
So
directly asked for a name, and he responded with a name to give to the children of Israel. And this name that was given to Moses in the Igbo language literally means his name. Period.
All right, here now let's kind of. I like Ruben, since you asked him a couple of questions. Can he ask you a couple of questions about your tribe, who you think Gad is, and you have any proof? Ruben, go ahead.
Yeah. Can you show me someone going by this name Erie? Show me some of these patriarch names in the Native American languages. Show me the Canaanite dialect that the Hebrew Israelites spoke in the Native American dialects. Show me how the
hey,
10 tribes got to Americas on a boat when your genetics says otherwise.
hey, Judah, you told me to ask some questions, right?
No,
Or
he told me to ask you questions
No,
because you
I said I want to have Ruben ask you a few because you just asked him a few. We got to keep it even.
all
Because
right,
see,
but
we
he
need
still
that. We see since you
all
think
right,
that
but
the
he didn't
Native
answer my
Americans.
question though, brother. I
All
mean,
right,
he didn't
hold
answer
up,
my
family.
question. All right.
okay, here's a question. Here's a question. The Native American great God or great spirit is kind and don't believe in punishment. Does that fit the God of Israel? Does that fit the description of the God of Israel?
You talking about from one source that you probably must have read, because you know that
Can you answer the question?
there's a whole
Don't.
group of regions of the indigenous people, and we didn't all come into agreement with doctrines.
Well, you know what? The Hebrew Israelite doctrine is a doctrine that all 12 tribes were in agreement with. They were in agreement with following the law, statutes, and commandments and keeping those customs like circumcision, which is infrequent among the Native Americans, and it is at its highest among our populations.
Yeah,
That's a big red flag. You not being circumcised, bro.
yes, but
According to the
we
scripture that you
yes,
claim is
but we
yours.
yes, but we didn't. Yes, but there was many of my people who wasn't following anything. They wasn't. They came over here, and we had a big portion of our people following the customs, but then we had a lot of big portion of our people that was being wicked on this land. So that's why it's. Oh, hold on. Just because we say that we are the Israelites, it doesn't mean that we're gonna automatically follow the laws of Yahweh, right? Because I have many of my people, right, which is gonna be the 2/3 of my people that are gonna be put to death. Um, and not all of us are following the laws of Yahweh, right? There's only going to be a very few of us that's going to be saved. It's not going to be all of us that's going to be saved from the state that we're in.
Okay, when the 10 northern tribes left and went to Azaret, were they keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and customs?
Yes.
So if y'all are those people who
Hmm.
left Azaret, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and customs, and you're saying that y'all came to America and forgot those customs?
No. I'm specifically telling you that a lot of us, we came over here to keep the laws of Moses, which we have in documentations, many books that claim that our customs was related to the Mosaic laws, right? So now we have a big portion of my people who was not keeping the laws of Moses, but rather they was living in wickedness, right? The same thing that we see today. Now, I don't want to stream off from, like the topic at hand, because I could bring out some books. And I mean, if we're going to change the topic to, our culture and things like that. But the whole thing about the topic that we're trying to bring out, right, so that we can have clarity, right, so there be no confusion, is if the Igbo people are descendants of the lost tribes of Israel, right? That's, that's the only debate. What I'm saying is they're not, right? What I'm saying is they have their own culture. They have their own lifestyle when it comes to religion, right? So that's the whole topic.
Brother Giovanni, if the Igbos, if they're not Gad, then who
The
is?
Native Americans.
Well, then I mean, brother, come on, step to the plate and prove it. 'Cause a lot of us on here don't believe that. So we're not gonna have it no one way, brother. You need to prove that Gad is a Native American, and also just prove his claim. He's gonna prove that that the Igbo are part of Gad, and just prove yours. That's how a debate should go.
That's how it
Why I
should
gotta
go.
be one sided, brother?
It's like I gave him an analogy, Judah. It's like he asking me. It's like asking Sean Payton, one of the best offenses in the history of the NFL, to just play defense all game.
Right. Come on, man. So if you're 100% sure that Gad is a Native American, then you shouldn't have no problems with the title, Who is a Real Gad?
Shouldn't have no problem at all.
No problem, bro.
I got a question for you, Giovanni.
Hey, real quick. Ruben, real quick.
Brother Kansu, I forgot to introduce you, man. Real quick, let's take a break. Introduce Kansu. My fault.
Wait, I'm gonna mute.
You good? I was late. I was a little late coming in. I was practicing my Forex. But peace, Rahubat, Shalom, Hotep, Assalamu Alaikum, Ashe, Alifia. Peace, greetings to the family, to everybody viewing. This is Brother Kansu, the real Nuwapian, enjoying this preliminary. Be looking forward to a surprise debate tomorrow between me and Wayne Bryant L. And be looking out for more debates from the LionsDen, because we ain't going nowhere. Real quick question to Giovanni. Well, let me say this about what y'all just said about the debate not being one-sided. I totally agree on that, because you have to, Ruben is not foolish enough to fall for a one-sided debate. Some people are. Some people will. But Ruben ain't that foolish. So, Giovanni, I think with as much information you got and the way you killing those guys in the back chat, I think you should be able to prove that Gad is the Native Americans. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Thank you for that. Okay, so then we're gonna go back and forth with comparisons of the culture, or what? What you want to do, Ruben?
That's why I gave you the topic. Who is Gad? Is Gad African or Native American / Latino? I made it broad so you could include any tribe you like from the Americas, and I made it broad so I could use any tribe I like from Africa. Which 9 times out of 10, I am going to stay within the Igbo, because that is my culture and heritage, and that's what I'm more proficient in. But I gave you the latitude to be able to work with any Native American tribe to prove that they are Gad. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you believe Hanukkah is a Hebrew term in practice?
Well, that would go to the very, very first question that I asked you when we first begun here. When you said that you're gonna pick the tribe when it comes to the Igbo, right? I mentioned several tribes within that category, right? And let me mention them. Hold on. And let just brother, just specifically answer me the question, right? Let's not go here and there. I'm asking you, right? Out of the Bini tribe, out of the Wari tribe, out of the Ijaw tribe, out of the Ogani tribe, out of the Igala tribe, out of the Tev tribe, out of the Yako tribe, out of the Igbio tribe, all of the Igbo people, right? Now, which one of them are claiming to being descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Can you just mention me one, brother? That's all.
The children of Umu Abiyam, which means the children of Abraham in Igbo land.
Okay, brother. So are all the tribes claiming that same argument, or just one of them, two of them?
No, I mean, I don't even know why you're asking this question because I explained that to you earlier. We even have the Edo, we have Idoma and Ajabu among the Igbo, which is Edo would be Edom, Adoma would be Idomia, and Ajabu would be the Jebusites. So we have all of these elements among us. And I told you from gate that all Igbo don't claim to be Hebrew Israelites. Some of them claim to be Kemetic. Some of them claim to be Cushitic. You know what I'm saying? But you also have some, like the descendants of Eri, who said they migrated from Egypt just before the Exodus. And you keep running from the question when I ask you who is Eri according to the biblical narrative, and you said it doesn't matter who that they're calling themselves Eri, but you would have to show me Eri in the Americas.
I got you.
You called out Agulu, who is a son of Eri. And now back to my question about Hanukkah. Is Hanukkah a Hebrew word? Hold
on. You made a point, right? You made a point because I've been reading about that whole thing about people saying, right? Because here's the kicker right here. Hold on. Here's the kicker right here. They do not claim that, but yet other people claim that. The whole theory of them migrating from Egypt, it was other people who made those claims. But guess what? Hold on. According to the records, right? It says there's no evidence of them even migrating from Egypt. So what is that? It's a fallacy. It's a lie. It's just a theory.
There's archaeological evidence connecting West Africa to East Africa.
Can you please show me a source? Can you show me a source? Can you show me a source?
That's for the debate now. He ain't got to show me right now.
The Ensudu pyramids are nearly identical to the pyramid, to the step pyramid in Saqqara. And you have items found around the Ensudu pyramids that originated in Kemet. So the claim you're making that there is no proof is a fallacy. That is a lie, because there is many archaeological digs in Nigeria proving exactly what you says don't exist. And not only that, the languages and cultures of these people can be also traced back to East Africa in the Nile Valley. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you keep running from the questions. You keep running from the questions concerning Hebrew culture. Is Hanukkah a Hebrew term in practice or custom?
Brother, you talking about me running when I've been asked you a question on their practices, when I've been asked you a question about them dwelling in summer, right? Them dwelling in that landmass and teaching me or teaching the audience about their religion, teaching us about their culture, teaching us about their lifestyle, right? You never got back to the simple questions. Those are questions that I'm asking you, because the whole topic is about Igbo people.
Their religion and customs parallel what you find in the Bible, and I can draw those parallels in the debate for you if you would like.
Okay, perfect. I want you to show me them in Sumer and show me the relationship between them and the biblical narratives of the people, of the children of Israel. If you can show me that, Perfect. That's all I want you to show me.
I can show you their relation to Sumer, Kemet, Israel, all the way clear off into China if you like it, bro.
All right. I can't wait.
All right. So, preliminaries ain't really supposed to last too long. What we need to do right now is just basically set up a date and a time. So, what is today? Today's Wednesday, right? Would y'all need like a whole week, like maybe next Wednesday?
I mean, I got the material.
Oh, y'all want to do it on a weekend?
I'll leave it up to Ruben.
Unmute your mic, family.
The weekend is good for me because I'm off every weekend.
Okay, cool. So, it'll be 10 days from now. So, 18. What did it be? 28th.
28.
The 28th. That's the day after some of y'all Thanksgiving, I think. I don't know when Thanksgiving is, but okay. So the 28th, which is gonna be on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday. That'd be on a Saturday. So, right? 28th at let's do it kind of early on Saturday after the Shabbat, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern. Y'all good with that? Now,
I'm cool with that.
before we go off the air now, so who is it? Basically, it's Gad. Who is Gad? Right?
Right.
Is it Native Americans? Or is it are you saying, or you just want to do, or y'all just want to go, who is Gad? So I mean
That's fine with that.
Who is the tribe? Who is the real tribe of Gad?
I'm fine with that.
What about you, Giovanni?
The reason why I wanted to specifically target the Igbo, the whole theory of them being Gad, specifically, is because all this material I'm bringing just for that is just for that narrative alone.
You use that in your rebuttals, but you got to bring something to the table proving that the Native Americans is Gad. You see what I'm saying? So Savior, because Ruben said basically he's gonna be focusing on Igbo tribe anyway.
Right,
So,
I'm gonna be focusing on the Igbo tribe anyway.
But let me ask you something, Giovanni. Which Indian tribe are you saying? Can you give him some information to work with? Is it Cherokee, the Illini, the Iroquois? Which one are you saying is Gad?
I got you.
So you say all? I mean, I know the chart say all of them, but can you give him, if he's gonna be focused on the Igbo, which one can he focus on?
Right. So I believe that the so-called Cherokee, I believe that they came afterwards, and I believe that they would be the descendants of Judah.
He's asking you who you believe is the tribe of Gad.
Yeah, we ain't talking about Judah.
We ain't talking about Judah. He asking you who do you believe is Gad among the Native Americans?
Apache.
The Apache?
Yeah.
Okay. So is the Apache the tribe of Gad, or is the Igbo tribe of Africa Gad?
Sound good to me.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That way they both can focus on, they can bring the information about each tribe, and then they can also rebuttal each tribe. You see what I'm saying?
Now I want to address a claim he made about the term Igbo not originating from these people. That is a flat out lie. The term Igbo was perverted by the Europeans and shortened. Igbo is actually a compound word that originates from these indigenous tongues, and I'm gonna bring that out also in the debate.
I mean, you can clearly bring it out right now if you want.
No, he got no.
Hey,
Can I
ask a question?
Bring out any more information. Save it.
Let me give you just one thing. Just for the audience sake, give me 1 minute about the actual title of Igbo. Since his brother want to mention a claim, so I'm gonna show you that's a lie, right?
Can I ask a question?
I got you.
Yeah, hold on for a minute, new cat. Go ahead, Giovanni.
Would the panel be able to ask a question after?
All right, so the term.
Yeah, after the debate, we'll be able. After this right now, or that's up to them if they want to answer a few questions. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So the word Igbo, right? It was a term of abuse for less cultured neighbors. The word is now used in 3 senses to describe Igbo territory, the mystic speakers of the language, and language spoken by them. So that has nothing to do with what you just claimed.
Can you cite your source?
Yes. I'll drop it inside of the chat. Give me 1 minute.
Oh,
While he doing that, can I ask a question?
that's a little baby dagger.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it ain't.
In the Apache people, do they speak Canaanite or Hebrew or some other form of Hebrew or Canaanite?
I mean, if you want to use the whole Phoenician dialect, yeah, okay.
So he's saying that so
I
wait,
dropped the
what?
source though. Ruben can. He can take notes real quick.
So let me
I
ask.
think
So Giovanni, you don't really go by the 12 tribes chart, right? Because you
No,
just said that Judah, the tribe of Judah is Cherokee. So
right,
so that's okay. All right.
right, and let me give you some clarity on why I state that. Let me get a book real quick. All right, so this is from the book Old World Roots of the Cherokee. This is by Donald N. Yates, right? And it says a tablet inscribed in with an Arabic version of the 10 Commandments in Hebrew was found in 1860 beneath a 40-foot high pile of stones near Newark, Ohio. Cephas Gordon also studied this Jewish artifact. He described it as a mausolea from the ancient Middle East. A Cherokee chief of the present day, Beverly Northrop, not only links Bar Kokhaba and the Cherokee, but speaks also of early Jews who refuse, right? So this is a Cherokee chief, and now he's gonna mention something that took place in the other side of the world, right? It says speaks also of early Jews who refused to bow down to Caesar, saying that they would bow down to no one but God, the King of the universe. So here you have a Cherokee chief talking about Caesar. Let me read on. It says this group of Jews was known as Sicarii. During their fight with Rome, the Sicarii took refuge at Masada, a Masada near the southwestern shoreline of the Dead Sea. So now people want to ask, well, where did the Jews fled to? Right? We know that in parts of Africa was being controlled by the Romans. Right? So now the question is, where did they flee to? Let's read on. Took refuge at Masada, a Mazda near the southwestern shoreline of the Dead Sea. At the time of the Roman siege at Masada, Iziar, a man of influence with the Sicarii. It says held the command there. And then he says, right, the actual chief of the Cherokee, he was a descendant of Judah of Galilee. So he's specifically explaining to you, this is my identity. So he's claiming a Cherokee Indian is saying he's of the tribe of Judah of Galilee, right? It goes on by saying the Roman general advanced and kept the Sicarii from having an easy escape route. It says Josephus' writings report some of the Sicarii were able to flee to Egypt. They went mostly to Cyrene. The Romans were intent to get an apology from the Sicarii, yet the Sicarii still refused to acknowledge Caesar as their lord. The story has been kept alive among our Cherokee people that the Sakari who escaped from Mazada are some of our ancestors who managed to cross the water to this land. What is that land? America. This is a Cherokee chief, right? Saying that his ancestors came over here, but his ancestors came over here after the 10 tribes was already here. So that's why I say Cherokee. But you know, I got more to prove that statement as well. But let me finish reading this. It says to cross the water to this land and later became known as Cherokees, right? And then a little side note of what Josephus said. He says that many of them or some of them or whatever did escape the Roman siege, right? As we know from the biblical narrative, they wasn't all slaughtered. We know that some of them did die because yes, Judah is still alive to this very day. But Josephus just says that not all of them was dead, and reported that some did escape. And then it says, to me, this is more evidence that not all the Sakari killed themselves at Mazada. So that's why I make that claim, Judah.
Is Cherokee Hebrew?
Yes.
I asked you about Hanukkah, and here's why. And you have yet to deal with that question.
We're looking at this war. This is one of the war that proves that we are the Jews.
Turn it up a little bit, Ruben.
If, by the way, you find this word in Hebrew, 2598, H2598. There were scriptures written in our language, and this is one of the words that proves it. We use this every day. In transliteration, this will give you ka, or literally the K sound. You can actually be the K sound. And then you have the moon, N, which comes from here. Then you have the C, or the ka sound, couple, which is the ka sound. And then lastly, you have the ha at the end of it. So what you have here is what? This is ka with a vowel, kana, kanoka, or kanoka. This is the word right there. An Igbo person will tell you what this is. Ancient Hebrew speakers, our language. The Jewish speakers, fake Jews, they call this what?
Hanukkah.
Thank you. They call this what? Hanukkah. And here we run different. Here you don't find who's speaking the true Hebrew here. They call it Ha. This is Ka. Pretty much one different. Because this is not their tongue, this is Yiddish. This right here is Hanukkah. It doesn't make any sense to a native Hebrew speaker. An example how they hijacked our language and they popularized it through their school systems and their Jewish synagogues. So that when we read Hebrews are saying Kanoka. In fact, it wasn't the Bible was written by our ancestors. They infiltrated and stole it and mass produced it and popularized it to the whole world. And the whole world in December, this so-called Roman period called December, the 12 months of the Roman calendar, Gregorian calendar. While the pagan Christians are deceived with Christmas, the people on the Jewish side are deceived. They also infiltrated the Hebrew custom. They were deceiving what? Hanukkah. Both of them on the wrong day, both of them dedicated to pagan idol gods. Incredible. So here you see Hanukkah. And this word comes from an Hebrew word,
Kanu.
Ka means to inscribe, to anoint, to dedicate, to affix something, to invoke.
Now, what I'm gonna need you to do is go into the Native American languages, like that brother just went into the Igbo, and show me some Hebrew, bro. You're gonna have to show me some Hebrew in your languages.
Yeah. Be interested in the debate.
Yeah. Judah,
Yes, sir.
what you
Hey,
thought
let me
about?
ask the question.
Hold on. I mean, because I wanted to finish up with Judah, so then he sees why I made that statement. What you thought about the material?
He never
that I
asked
brought
about
out?
Judah.
He asked you about Gad.
He mentioned about the Cherokee, brother.
Anu asked you about the Cherokee.
Yeah,
No.
and you brought up the Cherokee about being Judah. We've been asking you about Gad this whole time. You keep on moving the goalposts.
Keep on moving the goalposts.
Okay, so let's
Steady trying to put my offense in jail.
so let's put because according to the scriptures, right, it gives description of the faces of the tribe of Gad, right? Do you all agree? Do you all agree with that?
Uh-oh.
All right, so
What scriptures is that?
that's the book of First Chronicles, chapter 12, verse 8. Read that for me, Ruben.
Chronicles
Somebody
12:8.
pull that up. I'm not around my book right now. I had to get up and go find it.
All right. Well,
I got you. Hold up.
I mean, a real Hebrew man, he keeps his sword on him all the time.
My sword is in his phone, but I'm on conference call with him. I'm on conference call with
Actually,
my
that
sword.
sword is in the heart.
It's all good,
Right.
man. It's all good, man.
You're gonna have to, sir, bro. It's like you're gonna have to show me how your non-practice of circumcision fits into Hebrew culture and customs.
Brother, you keep mentioning.
Here go. Hey, hold on. Here go Chronicles 12:8.
I didn't mention it. It was the medical professionals who you deal with that mentioned it.
All right, let him read
it was
it.
The medical professionals who the Native Americans deal with that mentioned it, brother. It's not me. I just brought the
Chronicles
information
12:8. Chronicles 12:8, King James Version. Here we go. And of the Gadites, there separated themselves unto David, and to the whole, to the wilderness, men of might, and men of war, fit for battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were
Whose faces was what?
swift.
Whose faces was what?
Whose faces were like the faces of lions.
Like the faces of lions, right? That's literally, right? It's given a description on their facial features. Read on.
And they were as swift as the roes upon the mountains.
Now, the Igbo
Wait a minute,
people.
bro. Hold up for a second.
Bro. Hold on.
Man, if you don't cut that bullshit out, man. Come on, man. I thought you was gonna be like some.
Look.
Come on, man.
That's
brother. Listen, brother. When the scriptures say that, when the scriptures say that they have faces like lions, they're talking about how fierce they look.
No.
How fierce they are. Yes, they are.
No.
They talk that Gad is a war tribe. They're talking about how fierce they are. And
Yeah,
in fact, if we want to talk about fierce, the Masi tribe who wears their headpiece like lions. Like lions, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Ain't no damn lions in America. Just a mountain lion, and that's not the same creature.
But a new cat,
Man,
you
come
don't even
on,
believe those people
you have
exist
to do
anyway.
better than that, man. I mean, come on, man. I thought he was gonna be do some description of Indians or something. You know what I'm saying?
Now look, it says whose faces were like the faces of lions, right? That's a correlation between their facial features and a lion, right? Meaning that if you put a lion's face compared to theirs, their face resembles each other. So now, brother, like, can you show
Brother,
me a
brother,
core?
brother, brother.
Hold on.
Elder
Can you
Quran
show
Lions
me?
said,
have
Elder
wide
Quran, jump back
noses.
on. Elder Quran said they broke that down. Elder Quran, jump back on real quick. And hey, somebody jump on real quick so Elder Quran can jump on real quick. Let me see.
I'll go.
Oh, okay, family. Yeah. Hey, Elder Quran, come back on real quick. Because he said he broke that down. He said
All
he
right.
said
Yeah.
it had
Yeah.
nothing to do with
Yeah.
Indians.
Yeah.
But
Bring them up then.
see, but hey,
Yo.
Jeremiah,
Listen, Ruben. Put my screen up bigger so I mean everybody can see.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. So Ruben, can you show me a resemblance of your people fitting the same facial features, right?
Man, you don't cut that bullshit.
Man, if you don't cut that pseudo stuff
Come
out, bro.
on, man.
If you don't cut that pseudo stuff out,
hey, Jeremiah.
Man.
Oh, that's deep. Hey, he got receipts. Hey, he got receipts. He got receipts, dog. Look at that. they,
bruh,
Come
they
on,
do
jump
look like
back
lions,
on.
bro. You can't lie.
bruh, you
That's
can
literally
But hey, you know what that
that's
boils down to,
that's
you
Jeremiah?
can superimpose anybody's face
that's
to that
literally the
picture and
break.
make it look like they look like a lion, bro.
That's
It is talking
literally
about the fierceness of their faces, bro.
no,
That's
it's
what it's
not.
talking about.
No, it's not. When the brother
Okay,
Yes,
comes
okay.
it
on,
is, bro.
Let's
It's not.
when the
let's go
brother
look up
comes
the
on,
commentary and see what they say.
hold on. When
All
the
scholars,
brother
let's look at that right now. Give me that scripture.
when the brother on the comment boards, right? Because he supposedly has the breakdown on that. I want to see him get on here and break it down.
Elder Kunal, he calling you out.
I
Here he
want to
comes.
see
You
you.
know.
I want to see you
Yes.
get on here and break down the Hebrew language in your Native American dialects. That's
Break
what
that
I want to
down.
see you get on here and do,
Break that down because according to the actual text is given a resemblance
bruh.
between their faces.
If you're gonna bring memeology to this debate, you in trouble. If you're gonna bring nothing but pictures to the debate,
Ruben.
you in trouble.
Ruben. I mean Ruben. You've been in trouble ever
Chronicles
since.
12:8. Chronicles 12:8.
We said you've been in trouble ever since.
You've been in trouble with
JJ,
me giving you little daggers. You've been in trouble in the back room, and you
no,
know
say,
that.
bro, you got
And you know
daggers
that.
because your white population
Oh,
was wiped out.
oh.
Your white genetics is European and African. That's
There,
a dagger in you, bro. You can't take it out because according to the Hebrew Israelite doctrine, you are who your fathers are. Now,
I was
what is
reading
your
from
white paternal haplogroup?
What was that
What
book?
is your white paternal haplogroup?
that's
I can tell you mine.
First Chronicles chapter 12 verse 8.
First Chronicles 12, verse 8. Okay.
Break that down. Break that down for me.
Elder Kunal.
Get on get on here and break that down for me, man.
Elder Kunal, he calling you on here to break it down, family. You got the link. Come on, jump back on real quick. But yeah, memeology ain't gonna win you no debate, brother. I mean,
Hey, can I ask a question?
yeah, go ahead. We're gonna get ready to wrap this up here because it's movie night.
All right, one question. This is my question, right? This is Brother Kansu. Here's the question, right? what I see from both, and this is coming from totally unbiased perspective. What I see is two different groups of people. I see my brother Ruben and I see the brother Giovanni, who's Puerto Rican, and we're discussing haplogroups and all this different type of stuff. But here's the number one question. We're talking about two different groups of people, right? The Igbo and the Native Americans. I think he said he wanted to specify the Apache or the Cherokee or one of those. But what you brothers, what I want to see in this debate, I want to see y'all brothers bring forth modern and historical evidence of the Igbo and of whoever Native American tribe Giovanni is saying it themselves, practicing these practices, being,
He said Apache.
Yeah, okay, the Apache and the Igbo. So I want to see the modern and ancient Apache and Igbo proving that they was and are or connected or related to the Hebrew Israelites.
We got a brother from Akechi. He's from Nigeria right now. We could bring him on right now.
He just got finished getting his ass tore up in your other chat by Akichi.
Right. I mean, come on, brother. We've been had brothers from Igbo land that's been in the LionsDen for the longest, bro.
And the crazy part is the stuff that he's saying about the Igbo name. You don't never hear Igbo brothers saying that. You don't never hear Igbo brothers saying that because that comes from the British. The British perverted the Igbo name, bro. But the same way they perverted the term Bantu. You know what I'm saying? The same way they perverted that one. But both of those terms originated from indigenous terms in those people's languages. And I can prove that to you.
Hold on, Elder QANATH is on. Hold on. He been trying to break down the scripture. Elder QANATH, you got the floor. For some reason, your picture is not shown. There you go. Shalom, most high bless, Elder. What's going on, Aki?
Most high bless. Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, I had nothing against the Hispanic brother at all. I have nothing against you, mentally, physically, race, whatever, ethnic group. I really don't.
All praises.
You guys are tying stuff into what happened in the past and try to connect it to the future. This is dealing with the war back then. This has nothing to do with what happened, what's going on in America with some Indians or anything like that, bro. It has nothing to do with that. If you just start at verse 1 and keep reading down.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
verse 1, you keep reading down, start chapter 12. If you keep reading down, this has nothing to do with no Indians over here. And check it out, my man.
I got you, brother. Hold on, brother.
Hold on, brother. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before you do that, hold up. I don't operate like that. The scripture says never interrupt a man in the midst of his speech. Haven't you been on here 15 seconds? You want to cut me off? You asked me to come on. Okay.
Hold on. You asked me to come on, Giovanni. Chill out. Hold up.
Now, when you look at all the tribes in Africa, right? A lot of people during that time when they fought, they didn't have guns, missiles, right? Damn near every nation had spears or some form of a bow. It's just saying the Gadites was mighty with the bow. They was good at it. You guys trying to tie it. Yes, see us Indians, we had bows. A lot of nations had bows. You ever watch Robin Hood?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to say this is your people is asinine. You know, you can't tie something that happened back then with that aspect of the book of chapter 12 to Indians here today. I could tie that with anybody from to say that. I could tie that to Robin Hood, a white boy. I could tie that to Zorro because he was good with a comic fiction, anything. You have to look back at that, right? The problem you having is like the other brother said, is with the phenotype, the DNA, and not only that, how you even got over here and dealing with the Aztecs and Mayans and so on and so forth. You can't prove you get over here. Let's not get into a bow and arrow, a person wearing fringes. A whole lot of the Romans wore fringes. The Phoenicians wore fringes. A lot of different tribes, a lot of different people wore fringes. But go ahead. Go ahead. You want to? I mean,
I said it was the land of the bow.
Right.
For real. And your arrows ain't older than theirs.
Right.
I mean, come on, man. This goes way back. You talking about, brother, this in the Old Testament. They have a damn thing to do with no Indians over here, brother.
Hey, let me ask a question if I can.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Permission to speak from the elder.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, let me ask this question to the elder real quick then. Elder, this is a quick question. So, to people of what some would call the Black African race and to people of what some would call the Latino or Native American race, so do you believe that that both of these people can be Israelites, or is it just exclusively to African? Because I think Giovanni is saying it's exclusively to Native Latinos and all that. So what do you think?
Okay, let me try to. You was kind of breaking up. Can you repeat that again? Because it's kind of fading in and out. Is he still there? You see, I don't hear anything.
Sue, you still there? Okay, he faded out. He asked you.
Mm-hmm.
He asked you, are you like Giovanni, who thinks that Giovanni only thinks that Latin Americans and Indians are Israelites. He's asking you, do you feel that only Negroes are Israelites?
Well, see, you got different Negroes, different Latinos, right, and different Indians. So we go by the curses, and we just go by what actually fits. That's why I hate when people use the word Indians, right? Because there's many different types of Indians.
That's
right?
true.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
and
true.
Negro, right? And some people say Negro means dark. You got Hamitic people that's dark, right? I mean, you look at me, I'm somewhat caramel, right? You got Ethiopians that could pass for a Negro. You understand?
Right.
So you have to go into the text more. That's why I don't like dealing with color. When we came up with Hosea 7:8, we was trying to tell people we're not dealing with the color aspect of it. When it says a cake unturned, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. So we had to go deeper into the scriptures, into the history, and dig out the curses and so on and so forth to understand where we stand at it. So to say a Latino or the Indians are Gad, brother, you got Moabite Indians, you got all kind of damn Indians, that's been here way before America. They started saying America was America. So you have to look into that. You can't say that. That's a one West school of thought. Sorry to tell you. I was in that dogma.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I hope he answered your question, Kansu. I think he fell off.
I wanted to ask Elder Quanath something.
Oh yeah, Ruben. Also, I meant to tell you earlier that Elder wants you to come on to the F.O.P.E panel and break down some of your information.
Right, but
oh, that ain't no problem. Elder Quanath, can you read from us from Genesis the descendancy of Gad?
What you talking about? 49? What you talking about?
Yeah, well, it lists his sons. Because I asked the brother who was Area according to the Bible narrative, and he told him to ran from that question.
I wanted to ask the elder something too, because I don't feel like you specifically directly answer that, right? Do you believe maybe some of them, or whatever the case may be, of the so-called Hispanic people, right? Which we know that you made a statement that before it was called America. Well, we've been calling this land America, right? So we are the true Amarukans. You see? You made a statement.
Let me answer it for you. Before you go into all this other stuff, I answered for you. You say, do I believe some of the Hispanics are Israelites? And you say we are the true Americans, right? And no disrespect, I can't really remember what you just said.
I got you, brother.
I will answer that if you just give me a yes or no question on this one thing. Are your people indigenous to this land?
Yes.
Well, brother, how in the hell are you an Israelite?
What you mean?
Look what you just said, brother. You just said that your people are indigenous to that land, to this land.
Right.
So you just answered your own question.
Okay, explain.
What does the word indigenous mean?
It means the first inhabitants, that we was the first inhabitants to this to the side of the world.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. You messed up, right?
Now go ahead, Elder. No.
Okay, I'm gonna stay out of this.
I want to see
from
hold on. I want to see from your perspective, from a biblical narrative, how I cut myself.
Well, you said that you're the first inhabitants of this land, indigenous to something, right? Now that means that you're saying, now without going into saying who was the first people here, so on and so forth, right?
I got
now
you.
This goes. Wait a minute. Now when you say the first people here, this takes us back, like you said, the biblical narrative. So let's go to the biblical narrative.
722 BC. According to the
biblical narrative, when did your people, or you say you're Israelite, I respect you say you're Israelite, arrive here to be the first indigenous people to this land? According to the biblical narrative, time and date.
Well, if you make the claim according to the biblical narrative, that would be false. I can't give you a specific date according to according to the biblical narrative, because all you're going to give me is estimations on what this scholar and that scholar says, right? If we are being fair, then we can't give a precise date of when we came over here.
Are you serious?
Well, actually, let me answer that. See, what you did, you asked me something that you couldn't answer yourself. You said, give me a biblical narrative. Right.
And I'm telling you.
Hold on. I didn't cut you off. Hold on. I didn't cut you off. You asked me a question about the Indians, so on and so forth. And I said, are you indigenous to this land? You said, yes. I asked you, what does indigenous mean? And you said the first people to ever inhabit this land. And you said, can I give you a biblical narrative? Right. So I say, okay, now we got to go to the Bible. Now, since you couldn't give me the biblical narrative, the breakdown that people use as a biblical narrative is Second Ezra, right? The 13th chapter, where they say the northern kingdom came through the river Euphrates, and that's how they came over here, right? And when you look at that time date, right, I had to look at my scriptures when we was in Assyrian captivity, it does give you a time that when they was in that captivity. So during that captivity, and during that time where they was in war, right? In war, it gives you a time when they was in war, and you're saying that you have to use that narrative. That's when they say everybody arrived over here. So we use that narrative, right? That everybody used. Was there people here during the Assyrian captivity?
You mean after the Assyrian captivity?
Were there people here during the Northern Kingdom captivity? In the Assyrian, while we was in the Assyrian captivity, was there people in the Americas?
No.
Okay, now.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on, Giovanni. Don't do that to yourself, man.
Hold on, now you know. Wait a minute. Now you know. Wait a minute. You know there's artifacts.
You're telling me. Hold up. You're telling me that all 10 tribes came over here and populated the United States.
I'm speaking to the elder, brother. Let
me finish.
Answer that real quick.
I want to see him. I want to see him cut me though with the scriptures, because I want to see his. I want to see his whole claim that I said that my people are indigenous to this land. So I want to see his claim on how I cut myself.
Well, you said you want to see my claim that you said you're indigenous to this land. You said that.
Right. So I want to see from the Bible how you're going to cut me.
Here's the problem, brother. Let me get my apocrypha, and I'm a cut you from the leader to the tutor. Here we go, right here. Let's go to Second Ezra, brother. Now, the problem that we have here, including myself, had this problem. It's called reading and comprehension, right? So let's go to Second Ezra chapter 13 real quick. Right.
By the way, I killed this scripture in my debate.
Mm-hmm.
Killed it.
What? Against who?
Against Yimayara.
Okay. Yeah. So we go to Second Ezra. Now, don't you know during the Syrian captivity, right? The king Xerxes, right? The Israelites went back and forth. He had 120 provinces, right? From Egypt all the way up to India, right? And I'm not going to give you the scripture. I'll say that for a debate, where Israelites was all through that land after the Assyrian captivity, right? So now search that out. Do your research. I don't get this away for nothing. Now check this out. Now go to Second Esdras, right? Chapter 13. I don't have my glasses, so I got it. Bear with me.
You want to start off at verse 40?
Yeah, because I can't hardly see it, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, it's all good. So this is the second book of Esdras, chapter 13, starting off at verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of O.C. the king, whom Salamander, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
It says he carried them over the waters. How did he carry them over the waters?
According to when we was taken from Samaria.
No, I ain't say when. See, this is what I say about reading and comprehension.
Yeah.
Right. How? Right. How? That's a verb.
How did they take us from that land that we was dwelling in, the
Oh, when it
northern
says
kingdom?
them over the waters, comma.
It means exactly what it says. It means that when we was held prisoners from the land mass that we was at, right?
Mm-hmm.
We was taken over the water to
And
Assyria.
how did they get over? How did they get over the waters? That's what I'm asking you.
By a boat, brother.
Did it say that?
Is somebody gonna fly over water? Or are they gonna
do-
walk?
do-
Are they gonna
do you
walk
do?
upon? Are they gonna walk upon water like Christ did?
No. See, you being facetious. Do you fly over a pool or you walk through? You walk over. Can you walk through a creek? Right.
Right.
Now let's keep on. Now let's keep on reading.
All right. Verse 41. But they
Mhm.
took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So
Now stop. Don't. Let's slow down.
Go ahead.
Let's slow down. Right. They went over the waters. Right. And so came they into another land. Right. But they took counsel amongst themselves. Right. In a multitude. Wait a minute. They went, and forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. Right? Now, here go the sticky part, brother. Here go the sticky part for you. Right? When they went over the waters, no boat is mentioned. That's one. Right? And they went to another country where no man dwelt. Right? Now, you just saying by what somebody told you that was America. Right? That could be why they can't be Alaska. Why they can't be the North Pole, the South Pole. You just take it upon yourself and saying America. But when you keep reading, you're going to see exactly what happened. Keep on reading.
All right. So the next verse, it says country where never mankind dwelt, right? And then the next verse says that they might there, right, when they get to that country, they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
Yeah, keep on.
All right. It says, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. Right.
Now, what's the narrow passages of the river? What verse you on again?
I'm on verse 43.
Okay, the narrow passage of the river. What would you consider a narrow passage of a river?
I got you. So when you look at the Euphrates River today, right? You see these how you say you see these narrow passages that take you out to the take you further into the bigger ocean. I don't know how to really like describe it, but if you just Google, right, actual Euphrates River, I mean, if anybody want to Google it really quick, then that can answer your question.
You gave your definition. You said the narrow passages takes to a further to the ocean, but
right.
that's not what a narrow. It's going to tell you what a narrow passage is. But keep on reading.
All right. It says, for the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood, right? Till they were passed over.
Go ahead.
It says, for though that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
Now hold on, brother. Remember, if they already went to that country. It was a great way to go in that country. A year and a half traveling in that country, not on the water. In that country, right? And the Most High held the flood through the narrow passage, right? Right? He held the flood through the narrow passage, right? And I'm gonna show you. It's gonna show you what a narrow passage is. Keep reading.
If the scripture is saying that he's holding the flood, right? He's keeping the flood calm for them to pass and have a good sailing.
Wait a minute, brother. Hold on. You adding the word calm is not mentioned. It said held the flood. The ocean can't flood. The sea can't flood. Right.
All right. What does?
Before we go there, I want you to keep reading. You about to get the answer. Keep on reading.
River flood, though.
All right.
Keep reading.
It says, for though that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is
Oh,
called
stop. It says same what?
same
Region. In that country, the same region. Okay. Now it's about to tell you. It's about to tell you what the narrow passages was, and he held the flood through the narrow passage. He's gonna tell you what the narrow passages was. Read.
It's called Azrus.
Keep reading.
Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come,
Go ahead.
The highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that
Stop.
they may
Stop.
Bring back.
He said again, right? The streams and what? Springs again. What's that, brother? What's a stream and a spring?
A stream is talking about the waters.
What? Right. That's a narrow passage, right? That's a narrow passage. He shall hold it again, right? You don't need a boat or a ship in the same region to cross over a narrow passage stream. You ever seen people whitewater raft, right? And the water gets up real high. I done a video. The video is 35 minutes, where they started at the top of Euphrates, went all the way down on a canoe through the streams and streams. Right? A live video. But hold on. This is the part that's going to bust your seal. It says, the highest shall stay the springs of the streams again. Keyword again. And when you read verse 18, you'll know what it's talking about. But finish that up, and then we're going to jump to verse 18. Verse 48, and then verse 18. Read it. Finish reading.
All right. It says that they may go through. Therefore, solveth thou the multitude with the peace.
Go ahead.
The next verse. But those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders.
Within the borders. What's the borders? Some was left behind.
Jerusalem.
So was any Hispanics left behind, brother? Now let's jump to verse 17. On the same in verse 13.
You said 17?
Yep. What does it say?
17 says, for they that were not left were in heaviness. Next verse.
Yeah, if you keep on reading, and it's going to talk about the latter days, right?
Right.
Don't you understand? When Christ came, brother, he talked to all 12 tribes. Do you know that the apostles, right? Was any of the apostles of the northern kingdom?
No.
Brother, are you serious? Brother, are you you see, that's what I'm talking about, man. No disrespect. You got to study, brother. A lot of the apostles of the northern kingdom, brother. So when he told James, speak to the 12 tribes scattered abroad.
Right.
So did he come to America when no man dwelt?
Who?
No, he did not.
James.
Who? James?
Yeah.
Well, it specifically tells you that we was scattered abroad.
But no, y'all said the northern kingdom came over here.
Right.
But they already knew that we was scattered abroad. There's even another passage, I believe it's in the book of John, chapter 20, which actually says that. But hold on, let me read it.
Before you read it, I'm gonna jump off before you read it. This what the problem is, right? This is why I remember when I was coming up in school, and I was like, damn, how did this guy make it to the 10th grade? And he's on a 5th grade reading level. That's because what happens is they just skip people through, right? They skip people through and won't stick to the topic. They won't. What you're doing, right? You about to go to another scripture and don't want to deal with 2nd Ezra 13 chapter we just read. Screens and springs, right? You don't want to deal with it. You want to move forward. You want somebody to get. That's the problem, bro.
It's gonna be in the same. I got you, Elder, but it's gonna be in the same bracket. I promise you, right?
But there's no boats. You haven't. Where's the ships? The narrow passages, springs, and streams. That's the flood. He held it back. So you telling me the Most High held back the flood in the ocean? Why would you have to hold back? If I got a ship, what I need you to hold back the flood for? I'm gonna be on top of the damn water.
That makes no sense, Giovanni.
Hey, Giovanni, you hear me?
All right, so Elder, right? Did the so-called Indians, right? Did some of them was they found with Assyrian artifacts?
Well, I had to look into my research. I know they was
I got you, brother.
yeah,
There's somebody, right? Right. There's
mhm.
somebody by the name of Chief Joseph, right? Right. He was they was asking him questions, right? How
So
did
we're
he
going out
have
of the scriptures now, right?
hold on. They was asking him questions on how did this Indian have a Assyrian tablet, right?
I can tell you how.
All
I
right,
can tell you how. I can tell
go.
you how. If you get caught in a mudslide, right, and the mud bury you, and they find your body 1,000,000 years later, and your pants haven't corroded, right, but they find some pennies in your pocket, right? Just because they find something, brother, don't mean that you are the people of that. You know, listen, man. Just because somebody may be found with a certain dress on, or clothing on, or writing a certain language, right? I speak English. You speak Spanish. That's not your native language. Neither is mine. You understand? So that don't make you that, right? So what I'm trying to tell you, you going outside the Bible. Like people always use Hosea 7:8, right? They say, see, Ephraim is a cake not turned, right? So that's how we mix with all these nations. That's how we got this color.
I don't teach that.
But but a lot of people do.
Right.
A lot of people do. But if I ask you or somebody what that mean that teach that, they're going to tell you exactly what people teach. And then when you say you don't teach that, I can ask you what that means, right? And sometimes you just bypass. People don't know. What I'm trying to tell you is this. This is what I believe in, right? And I'm gonna let you go, brother. I believe this. I believe in the Most High. If you want to serve the Father, you serve the Father, brother. But the scriptures say this the scripture says this clearly and said it for one reason and one reason only. It says, don't buck up against the natural branches. This is why you see people that look like the other people on this platform all over the world waking up, is because we are of that seed. We are waking up all over the world, right? And we're scattered all over the world, right? People in South America now scattered all over the world. That's a fact. That's a fact. You can't really take back. You can't really go. No disrespect. I don't know you. I just say certain Latinos or Hispanics can't go past 500 years. And I know tribes that's older than the Aztecs and Mayans. That's a fact. Way older than them. That's in a lake in Peru. Right? The artifacts and statues are there. And guess how they look? They look like Busta Rhymes, some damn body, brother. All right? They black. At the end of the day, if you want to serve the Father. But don't buck up against the natural. Don't buck up against the natural branches. The people, I know Igbos over in Nigeria that speak Hebrew. And a lot of the Igbo language is the Hebrew language. That's a fact.
That's a
The
fact.
lands that's named over a lot of the countries that's named after Hebrew language, which is in the Igbo. I know this. I've done my studies on this. Like I say, the Igbo goes back way before, like you said, this land was discovered. So if you came back to keep the law, statutes, commandments, then you should not have been killing babies and cutting off heads and all that type of stuff, right? And then if you say that, then you trying to tell me the Levites came over here also, but then you tell me the Levites in Haiti. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, bro. So at the end of the day, man, I respect you that you want to serve the Father, man. You know, but you can't change. You can't tell me how Wesley Snipes turned looking like
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Ricardo. You can't tell me, because now what's going on, and mark my words, what's going on right now, they're going to start saying that they are the original and we're changed. They're already saying it.
All
right?
right, so
all right, so
I got a quick question.
So hold on. So the elder, I mean, like, since he's mentioning about the whole passage of Hosea, and he want to mention about, you know, killing, you know, like human sacrifices or whatever the case may be. Guess what? If you're gonna say that, well, the book, what the book of Hosea states that we was gonna be doing that, right? That we was gonna be doing the human sacrifices, but Yahweh is not going to accept it, right? Because it was wicked, right?
Brother.
But
Remember I told you. Remember I told
hold
you when
on.
they said King of Xerxes. Hold on. Remember I told you the King of Xerxes. I said I'm not going to give you the scripture, right? I'm gonna do that on that. Oh, we already done it before, right? When they say they went back to keep the law, statutes, commandments, they did. They did that, brother. They was in 120 provinces. They went back and kept the law, statutes, and commandments. They actually did that. It's in the Bible. They did that. And the only way they could do this, the Levites had to teach them this, right? So this is a fact. It's in the scriptures. But you doing fast breaks. You doing fast breaks. You know what I'm saying? So if you slow down, you might fit in. You might fit in. You just jumping ahead. Listen, bro. You jumping ahead of yourself. When you said, "See, this fits us," no, it don't. That goes for a lot of people keeping law. Are the Chinese people keeping our laws, such commandments? You can say that with anybody, bro. So what I'm telling you, when they say they done this and Ezra to go back and to keep the laws, such commandments, that truly happened. And let's use common sense. Out of all the niggas and Hispanics, right, that's in America right now today, can we build 100 ships right now to go any damn way with all the technology we have right now? Can we do it with no money coming out of captivity? Can we do that right now? No. And why in the hell am I going to build a ship? I can just walk to West Africa. Who in the hell going to sit around and build a ship? And then the Most High held back the floods. The ship is made to lay on the water. He held back the flood. It told you. He held back the flood. He said he held back the flood on the streams and springs.
Right.
Hey, can you read Genesis 46:16, Giovanni? Can you read that for me?
Hold on.
And then we gotta get ready to wrap it up, everybody. It's movie night for me.
Elder, right? It didn't say anything.
I just got
about
one
us.
quick question. That's it.
Hold on.
We got you.
Hold on, Elder, right? It didn't make any mention of us building a boat, but like just for curiosity's sake, right? The Assyrian tablets that was found on us all the way over here on this side of the world, right? Why did we have them? Is the question.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know if it's Assyrian tablets, right? But let me tell you. Let me start here, right? It was the Phoenicians that came over here, right? And I can go deeper and show you how the Aztecs was traveling back and forth. I'm not gonna go there right now. But when you say the key word you're using is a fumble, you fumble the football. You got to stop using the word us. Your people wasn't around back then, brother. I'm just being honest with you. You was not there. The Spanish did not come over here. Look, listen, bro.
Hey, my question.
Yeah, go ahead, get your question in, bro, and I gotta go. Get your question in. Yes, sir.
Okay, my last question. Peace. This is Brother Kansu. My only question is this. So what I see is two different people claiming the same nation or tribe. So my question to the brother Reuben is, since it's him and Giovanni in the debate, Reuben, are you saying that Israelites cannot be Latinos and Native Americans and that they only exclusive to the African tribes? And that's it.
I'm saying all 12 tribes are Negroes.
There you go.
Now, can I read Genesis 46:16 since he wouldn't answer my question concerning Eri in the biblical narrative?
Go ahead, family.
I asked him who was Eri concerning the biblical narrative, and he's been running from that question for over a week. Genesis 46:16.
So you basically saying that Latinos and Native Americans.
Brother, come on.
I'm saying all 12 tribes are Negro.
So you saying that the Latinos and Native Americans should not be practicing that at all?
Bruh, it's not my business to tell them what they should practice. And like Elder QANATH said, if you want to come over to the Most High, then he's more than welcome. But you cannot bulk against his chosen and think you're going to be accepted. Point blank.
Okay, got you.
Now, Genesis 46:16, since you ran from this question for a week, Giovanni, and the sons of Gad, Ziphion, and Haggai, and Shuni, and Esbon, Eri, which you find in Igbo land, and Arodi, you find the arrow in Igbo land, and Areli. This is why you ran from who is Eri according to the biblical narrative. Now, can you show me any descendants of Gad going by those names in the Americas like you find in Igbo land?
I mean, if you can find them making those claims from those actual ancient lineages, then you would have a point. But the actual tribes that I mentioned, right? The first tribes that I mentioned, right, of the same people of the Igbo land, right? None of them make
They
such.
descend from
None of them make
Eri.
such. None of them make such a
Eri,
claim.
they all claim descendancy from Eri, bro.
I mean,
Now,
that's
again,
that's according to you, brother.
the biblical narrative, who is Eri?
That's according to you. That's according to
What you mean according to me? I'm asking you according to the biblical
He
narrative.
asking you who is that? He asking you who is that? Who is that?
The sons of Gad.
Why was that so hard?
This is gonna be an interesting debate. Hey, Ruben, hold back your guns, man.
Yeah,
Right.
quiet down.
Hey, Ruben. Let me say this. Hey, Ruben. Let me say this to you, brother. We don't lose over here, but we always keep first round picks, man. Right now, you our first round draft pick, man. Come on, family F.O.P.E, man. LionsDen.
Oh, it's all love, baby. You already know Elder QANATH.
Ruben been day one LionsDen, but he wants you to click up with the F.O.P.E, but we can talk about that behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah, we can talk about that behind the scenes. You know, I'm about building with my people.
Right.
And let me say this too, man. All my Hispanic brothers over there, man. We come a little brutish, that's because people talking about we Canaanites, we should die and all that shit.
We Canaanites. You know
what I mean? Yeah, so that's why you see us come like that. But we don't have nothing against. I don't have nothing against neither one of you brothers, man. You hear me say brothers? Right. I don't have this shit.
No,
I really don't.
Right.
It's like I told a brother, Elder QANATH. It's like I told a brother. I mean, I have love for all humanity, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. But like I told a brother, if we are Canaanite dogs, according to your genetics, you our puppies.
Damn.
and you do know. Hold on, brother. You do know the Phoenicians, right? They talk about the Phoenicians came over here, right? And the Aztecs, right? If you're claiming to be an Aztec, brother. You can't have it, bro. You can't say you're Aztec and a Mayan. You do know who them people are, according to history and the biblical text.
Be Hittites, wouldn't it?
And then look, Elder QANATH. See, he don't know the languages, or he'll know Aztec mean white.
Now, you do know who they are. I mean. You know, and that's the funny thing, man. A lot of times y'all jump on stuff, man, when people say something, and if you open your ear to hear, you'll find out you could be more Israelite than a whole lot of other people, man. But when you buck up against the natural branches, man, the Most High don't want to hear that. He said that for a reason. He said, "Has not dealt so with any other nation." Point blank. Here's the last question I have for all my Hispanic brothers, all of them. I don't want to hear anything about Blake Griffin because he's still like a Negro. You know, I don't want to hear anything about all this stuff. I want to know how 9 tribes, because for some reason they done took hold of that. Took hold of all 9 tribes Hispanic. Forget about the black ones that's over in South America, right? They all Judah, I guess, right? How did they all change with straight hair, right? Different bone structures, different DNA, different eye coloring, skin complexion. What the hell happened?
They was trapped on ice throughout the whole last glacial maximum. That's how that happened. They was trapped on the
Well,
Anatolian Plateau throughout the whole entire last glacial maximum. This is where you have the SLC 24A5, SLC 45A2 genetic mutations, and the ORC2 mutation that gives them their light skin and straight hair. All of it traces back to the Anatolian Plateau. And you know what the Bible speaks of that also is located on the Anatolian Plateau? Mount Seir.
That was his answer. Can I ask brother answer?
All right, so let me just make some clarity, right? Because I know you mentioned the whole thing about the Canaanites and stuff like that, right? I'm not ignorant when it comes to right. I do have early sources of records, right, especially of the Moorish of who they believe are the Canaanites and who I agree with, right? However, right, I wouldn't say everybody that has so-called black skin are Canaanites, because that's just me speaking out of ignorance, right? Some of them could be Cush, like, you know what I mean? Like, I believe the brother Reuben here is actual descendant of Cush. That's his lineage, right? So I wouldn't call him a Canaanite because that's just not who he is. As far as the actual descendants of Ham, right? Some of them come in different shades. So I'm not gonna say who you are according to your skin complexion. If I don't know the lineage that you descend from, right? And the records of how they depicted us when we was already over here. The brother's talking about light skin or whatever that brother is talking about. That's how they depicted us. And to say that the 12 tribes all began Negro is just speaking out of ignorance as well.
Okay,
Because
let me say something. Hold on. I gotta interrupt. Hold on.
Brother,
Okay.
right?
Let me remember. I just said this. Early in the conversation. Before you know it, they're gonna start saying that they are the original people. He just said it. Now let me say this. I got a book. I'm gonna locate it right here in a few seconds. That was written in the 1800s, right? And it talks about when they arrived over here, everybody was black.
Right.
Okay, everybody was black. Now here you. I asked you a question. You ducked the question, but you answered the question. No question was asked about who Reuben is. You say he's Cush. I asked you, how did you change to look that way? And you did answer it. Salaki, you did answer it. You said that you are the original people then, right? That's what you're saying? You always look like that?
brother,
do the original Israelites look like you?
Yeah.
There we go. Now I'm glad. Hey, JJ, timestamp this so we can play this. This is what I'm talking. This is what One West did. So basically, most of the people that's waking up in America are Cushites and Hamites.
It's like Elder QANATH. I'm not offended one bit by him calling me a Cushite, because once you look up that term Cush in your strong concordance, it says also of an Israelite.
It also says Negro, right? we already broke that down. Cush means Negro,
and they compared the Native Americans to Ethiopians. They look Ethiopian in appearance. Is what they documented.
Elder, let me ask you a question, right? And this is just a simple yes or no. The actual people, right? The actual so-called Arawaks, right? Of Amadika, would you say that they're Israelites, like the actual original ones? Would you say that they're Israelites or no?
No, because they come from Paleo Indians.
I'm asking the brother, bro.
I'm just telling you, bro.
I got you.
The Paleo Indians been over here, bro.
I got you, but let the elder speak, please.
Not to my knowledge. But hold on. Before I can't let you slide with this, bro. I can't let you slide with this. So when Moses and Joseph went into Egypt and all them pictures, I done a video with my sister, right? Because she's beautiful as hell.
Right.
They let her go into the pyramids of Egypt, and I played the video, and all of them had afro bushes, looking like JJ James Evans, right? Blacker than tar, a little brown skin. All of them had nappy hair. They let her in Egypt, and you said that the original Israelites look like you, and the Egyptians are known to be black. Now to talk about these new Ottoman Turks that's over there, right? They ran the Egyptians and all the black people further into Africa, right? So you telling me that you can pass as an Egyptian on the walls?
I'm saying though, the actual
So you said
Egyptians,
yes or no. You told me to
Answer
answer
the
yes,
question.
yes or no.
Answer the question.
a lot of people, right? A lot of people when they go into ancient Egypt, right? Their first thought of what they're thinking is black. But have you ever went to the walls to actually see the different shades of the
What part you
Egyptians?
didn't understand? I just told you my brother. I just told you my sister went. I got the video that I played about 6 months ago where they let her in many pyramids down in a dungeon where no tourists can go. No tourists can go. And I showed these videos, and they still on my channel, where everybody was black, right? Everybody. So I'm gonna ask you what you won't answer. You playing semantics. Are you telling me that you can pass as an Egyptian? That's yes or no, like you told me. Yes or no?
No.
So if you can't pass an Egyptian, how does an Egyptian look? If somebody come and rob your house, you gotta give the police description. Give a description of an Egyptian.
An ancient Egyptian.
Yeah, let me bring that up real quick.
Because
Let
your
me show
Messiah,
you. Let me show you right
your
now.
Messiah was hidden in Egypt.
Yeah, no,
I want to know
not
if
because he was black.
I want to say this. If you
Not because
don't
he was looking
know
like you.
that you look like an Egyptian or not, why you have to look it up if you don't know?
Because I'm going to show you an actual original depictions of it from the land. Give me a minute.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm getting old. I'm 51, and no disrespect, I can't deal with this type of stuff. I mean, if y'all want to entertain, if y'all want to entertain this, man. Yeah,
Not
if y'all want
because
to entertain this.
not because what you're trying to say, right? What you're trying to say.
Wrap it up.
What you're.
I need you to say something about something else before we go. And everybody, stay tuned for the debate next.
Hold on.
Yeah, wrap
So
it
now,
up, Jimmy.
Elder, I got you. Elder, help me understand this really, really quick, right? Let me
For the debate, man.
hold on. Let me share my screen. Elder, specifically for you, right? I want to ask you a question. How can I turn my screen? Anyway, let me just show you, right? This is directly the originals, right? Who are these people right here?
I can't see it.
They're not Israelites, right? Yeah, make it bigger.
On.
Yeah, make it bigger for the brother real quick.
There you go. The camera's on you.
Those are black men.
They're black men.
You ever heard of whitewash? I got them same pictures. I got books like that. Don't you know, I got books of black Asians. Okay. Black Asians. Black Chinese people.
I got you, but what is their biblical nationality though? I mean, that's my question.
I don't know where that wall is located. I don't know. I got to get somebody to read it for me, see what's going on. There's many paintings of people everywhere, but I know they look like Negroes. That's all. They like Negroes.
I got you.
Giovanni.
What about this?
Hold on. You see that picture right there? My brother Yehuda got that same picture. That one you showing has been whitewashed. Right. That one you saw has been whitewashed, brother. We got the same pictures.
These are the originals. So how the hell are they whitewashed?
Brother, are you serious? Let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. The majority of the land of the people over there, are they black, white?
Is this whitewashed?
Arabs or Hispanics?
Is this
yes, that is whitewashed?
Is this whitewashed?
Brother, that's brown looking people like Negroes. What's wrong with you? Those are Negro looking people.
We have all of those shades among us. You only come in one shade.
No, brown as in us. That's it.
No, you are not brown.
It doesn't even look
brown.
It doesn't even look like
Come
you
on,
guys
man.
at all.
You just said it didn't look like you. The Egyptians didn't look like you. Now you want them to look like you.
All right, brother. Listen.
All right, we gotta wrap it up, Jim.
Hey, JJ, one more thing, JJ. Put a picture of me. Hey, JJ, make my screen big.
Okay. All right.
Right. Now you just showed some pictures of people, right?
Look, see my color. See that?
Okay, hold on. No, you showed some pictures, right? Of people on the walls, right? Make the picture big of me, Jeremiah. That's who they look like. You see this guy right here? They look just that picture you just showed. That picture you just showed
Come on,
with that
man.
brown skin, the nose, and all that, right here.
I mean,
That's what it looked like. The same picture you just showed. Look, that's how.
Not
All
only
right,
that,
man.
Elder,
Most I bless y'all, man. Hey, brother, all head up against you, man. But stop bugging against the natural
not
branches.
only that.
Hold on, don't leave yet. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Hey, stay tuned for the debate. October 10th, Giovanni is making his first appearance in LionsDen. You know, November 28th.
Behind you on your seat.
You know what I'm saying? Against Reuben the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? Who is really Gad? Igbo or the Apache Indians? We about to find out in 10 days. So everybody get your notepad and your pencil out and take notes on this one. Because Giovanni come from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like I say, you know, the LionsDen, we've been on the road last couple of weeks. You see what I'm saying? So there's been a few things that's been transferred. How you say it? Transpired.
Get the fuck from behind me, idiot.
So well, what I like to say, man, is these brothers is really scared to really debate this 12 tribes chart. Prince Daniela, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do the ad homs like
some to the right. Some to the 12 too.
Who was that got the mic going? I'm trying to close the show. All right. But see, this is what I want to tell you, how the Most High make you tell the truth. Now, they call in this loudmouth guy. He called himself Hashar. You know what I'm saying? Because Daniela didn't want to deal with me by herself, so he had to go call Bagger. But this guy right here basically cuts his own self. And he's mad because we're going against the chart, right? He's mad. But then he goes and say that all 12 tribes is Negro descent. So that's what the Most High make you do. He'll pull your tongue when you're lying and make you tell the truth. Listen to this guy. Here you go. Hold on, let me get him from the beginning. Hold up, y'all. I'm dead. Hold on, I gotta start it over. Hold on. Man. This guy, he's loud mouth. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm about to say he was chewing you out.
Giovanni.
Yo.
Hey, Giovanni.
Yo.
Do you know that the Pharaoh Ramses III belonged to haplogroup E1B1A, which is a sub-Saharan haplogroup?
His mouth so loud. I want y'all to hear this. Because he cut his own self. I'm just going to get you the original video. Hold up. Here we go. All right, let's talk for a second. Had the gunmen there, warriors straight up. They had the book in there. That's all we really wanted. We really wanted the tap. You know what I'm saying? We wanted the tap dance, but we gave her that little bit of work right there. All that up. Listen, man, I'm fucking heated. I can't even speak straight. Look at. I'm letting y'all niggas know to slow the fuck down. And you troublemaking niggas out there with that shit, you came off the wrong way. And QANATH, you came off the wrong way with that shit. How you coming, nigga? You need to slow the fuck down. And all the rest of you niggas with that shit. It's the way to go about it. And first of all, let me give my flowers to AREA, man. Watch him, y'all. While he's still alive. Every man make a mistake. When you go throughout the scriptures, we read about all the prophets before them making mistakes. There's not one that did not trip and fall. And there's a reason for that. So as we go through the scriptures, we as followers of that which we read, we understand that we can still get up if we fall. The Lord can call you, but you'll trip and fall and get up and still do the work of the Father. So we can name names all throughout the scriptures who tripped and fell. So when it comes to AREA made mistakes, but he also gave a lot of work out there for people just to be happy about it. You understand? So now when you understand one thing, if you was there and you know, if you was there from the past, the main thing that was mentioned, it said that your father is of Negroid descent. Yeah. So anything after that, the niggas are talking about all this Scooby-Doo shit about, oh, if they over here,
everybody that's of so-called Pentribe descent, everybody, they know that their father has to be of Negroid descent.
You hear? Stop there. Did y'all hear him? He just cut himself. Why are you so mad, brother, when we agree with you?
He leaking.
Hey, I got it.
Killed Giovanni Claim at the same time.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for the elder, though. I mean,
we can wrap it up, Giovanni. Question them behind the scenes, man.
I got you just one more.
Bro, you gotta wrap it up, man.
Bro, get this moving night there, bro. We can run it in the chat room.
Yeah, run in the chat room, Giovanni. Look, we gotta wrap it up. That's all we need to hear. Look,
set up. Bring your A game, because I'm bringing the A plus.
Like I say, Hashar, we ain't mad at you, brother. You agree with us. Negro descent. This is what you said. Tapes and numbers don't lie. And with that being said, we're gonna sign out. Shalom.
Shalom.
Peace.